हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स पॉइंट में आपका स्वागत है। और अभी हम कर रहे हैं करंट अफेयर्स जो है 30 अगस्त और आज 1 सितंबर की। ठीक है। ये यूनियन मिनिस्टर हैं। यूनियन मिनिस्टर श्री प्रताप राव जाधव प्रिसाइड्स ओवर ब्रिक्स CCI हेल्थ केयर समिट 2025 इन न्यू दिल्ली। Union Minister of State Independent Charge for Ayush and Minister of State for Health and Family Welfare Shri Pratap Rao Jadhav presided over the BRICS CCI Healthcare Summit 2025 in New Delhi, held on the theme Bridging Tradition and Innovation. क्या है इसका थीम? क्या है? Bridging Tradition and Innovation. The minister emphasized that BRICS, representing nearly half of the world's population, half of the world's population, one-third of global GDP, and one-fifth of world trade, must work together to accelerate inclusive and sustainable growth. The minister noted that the growing global acceptance of Ayush systems, ranging from communities of Ayurvedic practitioners in Brazil to Ayurveda's inclusion in Russia's healthcare framework, and the parallel advancement of traditional medicine in China. MEMP India. Department of Posts partners with MEMP India to advance India's digital addressing system. The Department of Post (DOP) Ministry of Communications has signed a Memorandum of Understanding (MoU) with MEMP India. Mappls, a provider of location technology, IoT and geospatial solutions. The collaboration is aimed at utilizing MEMP India's mapping platform and products to support the development and implementation of DigiPin. Under the terms of MoU, MEMP India will provide base maps for integration into the Know Your DigiPin application, enhancing visibility for users and enabling accurate generation of digipins based on geographic location. In addition, digipin functionally will be incorporated into the Mappls application, allowing users to search for and navigate to locations using digipin. MEMP India will also facilitate the allocation of digipins to address already identified within its database, thereby strengthening location-based services and promoting the broader adaptation of DigiPin across platforms. अब आ जाते हैं TCS India's TCS names Amit Kapoor as head of newly formed AI unit company, memo shows. Indian IT firm Tata Consultancy Services has named Amit Kapoor as the head of its newly formed AI Services Transformation Unit, a company memo seen by Reuters showed. Kapoor's appointment, effective from September, comes at a time when Indian IT companies are racing to adopt and offer more AI products to their clients to attract tech spending, which has remained suppressed for many quarters. TCS formation of the new unit comes weeks after the Indian IT major announced plans to cut 12,000 jobs, flaring up signals that India's $283 billion outsourcing sector could see more layoffs as the use of AI deepens. HAL gets Scope Amiens Awards. Two defense public sector undertakings were conferred with Standing Conference of Public Enterprises (SCOPE). SCOPE. Amiens Awards in different categories from President Draupadi Murmu. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL), a Maharatna CPSE and country's aerospace space major, was conferred with the Scope Immense Award for Institutional Excellence in Maharatna and Navratna PSE category. Goa Shipyard Limited (GSL) was conferred Scope Immense Award 2022-23 in the category of Women Empowerment. The award was received by Brajesh Kumar Upadhyay, CMD of the GSL, in recognition of the organization's standing initiatives in fostering gender equality, promoting inclusive workplace policies, and empowering women employees to excel in leadership roles. The Scope Amiens Award acknowledges the exemplary performance of public sector enterprises and individuals contributing significantly to organizational growth and the national economy. Fiscal deficit at 29.9% of budget estimates in April-July fiscal year 2026 CGA data. The center's fiscal deficit for the first 4 months of 2025-26 fiscal year 26 expanded to 29.9% of the budget estimates BE, comparable to 4.7 trillion from 2.8 trillion or 17.2% of BE for the April-July period of fiscal year 2025. According to data released by Controller General of Accounts (CGA), the net tax revenues stood at 23.3% of BE in April-July of fiscal year 26 compared to 27.7% in corresponding period of fiscal year 25. Contraction in the personal income tax collections in July 2025 due to an extension of the deadline to file income tax returns and adverse base pulled down the performance of gross tax revenues in the month, experts said. Net tax revenues in April-July fiscal year 26 contracted by 7.5%. The CGA data showed non-tax revenues surged by 34% year-on-year due to the receipt of the higher than budgeted dividend from the Reserve Bank of India (RBI). India's Q1 fiscal year 26 GDP hits five-quarter high at 7.8% beats RBI forecast. India's gross domestic product (GDP) grew 7.8% in the first quarter April-June of the financial year 2025-26 fiscal year 20 financial year 26, hitting a five-quarter high, according to estimates released by the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation (MOSPI). During the same period last year, the GDP growth rate stood at 6.5%. The latest estimates are above the Reserve Bank of India's (RBI) projection of 6.5% for Q1 fiscal year 26 in its most recent Monetary Policy Committee (MPC) meeting earlier this month. The central bank had retained its growth forecast for the first quarter and the full financial year at 6.5%. Nominal GDP increased 8.8% to 86.05 trillion during the June quarter. Real gross value added (GVA) at constant prices, which measures the value of goods and services produced, increased 7.8% to 44.64 trillion, while nominal GVA expanded 8.8% to 78.25 trillion. Bandhan Bank (RBI) imposes penalty of rupees 44.70 lakh on Bandhan Bank over regulatory lapses. The Reserve Bank of India has imposed a penalty of 44.7 lakh on Bandhan Bank for deficiencies in certain statutory and regulatory compliance. In a statement, the RBI said that a statutory inspection for supervisory evaluation of the bank was conducted with reference to its financial position as on March 31, 2024, based on supervisory findings of non-compliance with RBI directions and related correspondence. In that regard, a notice was issued to the bank advising it to show cause as to why a penalty should not be imposed on it for its failure to comply with the said RBI directions. RBI said the bank paid remuneration in the form of commission to certain employees. LIC presents dividend check of 7,324 crore to Finance Minister for fiscal year 2025. Life Insurance Corporation of India (LIC) on Friday said it has paid a dividend check of rupees 7,324.34 crore to Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman for the 2024-25 financial year. The dividend was approved by LIC in its annual general meeting held on August 26, 2025, the state-owned insurance firm said in a statement. LIC had an assessed base of rupees 56.23 lakh crore as of March 31, 2025. It continues to be the market leader in the Indian life insurance market. The dividend check was presented to the Finance Minister by LIC CEO and M.R. Doraiswamy in the presence of Department of Financial Services Secretary M. Nagaraju and Joint Secretary Prashant Kumar Goel along with senior officials. Neeraj Chopra secured second place at Diamond League final in Zurich, Switzerland. World and Olympic javelin champion Neeraj Chopra secured second place at the Diamond League final in Zurich, Switzerland, marking his 26th consecutive top 2 finish in international javelin events. Defending champion Chopra opened with a throw of 84.35 meters followed by a modest 84 meters in his second attempt. He then registered three consecutive fouls, but in his final and sixth attempt, Chopra came through with 85.10 meters, clinching the runner-up spot. Each javelin thrower has six attempts. Germany's javelin Weber dominated the competition with a personal best and world-leading throw of 91.51 meters in his second attempt, securing the gold early. Gaston Valcott of Trinidad and Tobago, the 2012 Olympic champion, finished third with 84.95 meters. Neeraj Chopra now turns his focus to defending his World Championship title at the Athletics Championship in Tokyo starting 13th of September. Ajay Babu Valluri clinched gold medal at Commonwealth Weightlifting Championships. At the Commonwealth Weightlifting Championships, Ajay Babu Valluri clinched a gold medal as Indian lifters continued their good performance in Ahmedabad. In the men's 79 kg category, Ajay Babu lifted a total of 335 kilograms, edging out Malaysia's Mohammad Ere, who lifted 3033 kilograms, and Nigeria's Adedapo Adeleke, who managed 3,306 kilograms. With this, Babu qualified for the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow next year. In the women's 69 kilogram final, Harjinder Kaur secured bronze, lifting 222 kilograms. The 30th edition of the championships features over 300 lifters from 31 nations. Tokyo 2020 silver medalist Mirabai Chanu kick-started India's champion with a gold in the women's 48 kilogram category, also securing her spot for the upcoming Commonwealth Games. India clinched double gold in men's 25-meter standard pistol events, the 16th Asian Championship. In shooting, India clinched a double gold in the men's 25-meter standard pistol events, both individual and team, at the 16th Asian Championship in Shamkent, Kazakhstan yesterday. In the individual event, Rio Olympian Gurpreet Singh won his first ever international gold, while Amanpreet Singh took the silver. The duo, along with Harsh Gupta, also secured the team gold in same category. India continued its strong performance in the junior events as well. The country won gold in 50-meter rifle prone junior team and the 25-meter standard pistol junior team events. In the junior 25-meter standard pistol individual competition, Suraj Sharma claimed silver and Tanishq Naidu took bronze. The two teamed up with Mukesh Nilavalli to win gold in the team event. In the 50-meter rifle prawn junior team event, the trio of Sami Ullah Khan, Adrian Karmakar, and Kushagra Singh Rajawat brought home another gold. 15th India-Japan Annual Summit Joint Statement Partnership for Security and Prosperity of Our Next Generation. At the invitation of the Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Ishiba Shigeru, the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi paid an official working visit to Japan 29-30 August 2025 for the 15th India-Japan Annual Summit. Prime Minister Modi was received by Prime Minister Ishiba at the Prime Minister's office, Kentai, on the evening of 29th August 2025, where he received a ceremonial guard of honor. India and Japan signed Memorandum of Cooperation on Joint Crediting Mechanisms (JCM) under Article 6.2 of the Paris Agreement on CC. The Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change (MOEFCC) Government of India has signed an Memorandum of Cooperation (MOC) with Government of Japan on Joint Crediting Mechanism (JCM) under Article 6.2 of the Paris Agreement of the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change (UNFCCC). The development demonstrates India's firm commitment to climate action and marks yet another milestone in the implementation of the Paris Agreement. India and Japan share a strong history of economic, commercial, and cultural cooperation. The current MOC aims to bolster the partnership between India and Japan on climate change mitigation. NGO Educate Girls wins Ramon Magsaysay Award 2025. The Raman Magsaysay Award 2025 has been announced for Educate Girls, an Indian organization that works to educate unprivileged girls across the country. Educate Girls, also known as Foundation to Educate Girls Globally, is one of the three winners of this year's Raman Magsaysay Award. The other winners are Shahina Ali of Maldives and Flaviano Antonio L. Villanueva of Philippines. Acknowledging the award, Gayatri Nair Lobo, CEO of Educate Girls, said the announcement was historic and humbling. The Raman Magsaysay Award was started in 1958 to celebrate greatness of spirit and transformative leadership in Asia. Since 1958, over 300 achievers and organizations from Asia has received this award. Union Minister Ashwani Vaishnav inaugurates India's first tempered glass manufacturing facility for mobile devices at Noida. Union Minister of Electronics and Information Technology Ashwani Vaishnav inaugurated India's first tempered glass manufacturing facility for mobile devices at Noida. The facility has been set up by Optimus Electronics in collaboration with Corning Incorporated USA and will produce high-quality tempered glass under the globally recognized brand engineered by Corning. The products will be supplied to both domestic and international markets. About tempered glass manufacturing facility by Optimus. With an initial investment of 17 crore, the facility in Noida will feature a state-of-the-art infrastructure that will enable a complete transformation of raw material into excellent quality tempered glass. Phase 1 will have an installed capacity of 25 million units per annum, generating direct employment for over 600 people. In phase 2, it will scale up capacity to 200 million units per annum for local and global markets, with an additional investment of 800 crore creating over 45,000 direct job opportunities. About Optimus Infracom, Optimus Group is a high-performance telecommunications and manufacturing enterprise headquartered in India. The company has nearly 3 decades of experience across telecommunications, technology, and manufacturing, and has unique understanding of the Indian electronics market. Odisha, fifth in green mobility in India, aims to expand e-bus fleet beyond 1G. The Odisha government said that the state ranks fifth in the country in green mobility, and the authorities have set an ambitious target to enhance its electric bus fleet to over 1,000 in the coming years. According to data, 14,329 e-buses are currently in operation across India, of which Delhi has the highest number of vehicles at 3,564, followed by Maharashtra 3,296, Karnataka 2,236, and Uttar Pradesh 850. According to an official statement. Odisha is in the fifth position among all states in the adaptation of electric buses. Odisha has outpaced the neighboring states in this field. West Bengal 391, Andhra Pradesh 238, Chhattisgarh 215, and Jharkhand 46 it claimed. Singapore has been ranked the safest country in Asia in the Global Peace Index (GPI 2025). Singapore has been ranked the safest country in Asia in the Global Peace Index (GPI 2025), securing the sixth position worldwide. The index, released in its 19th edition by the Institute for Economics and Peace, assessed 163 countries on safety, conflict, and military session. Despite slipping one rank from fifth in 2024, Singapore improved its score from 1.339 to 1.357. India is ranked at 115th position with a score of 2.229, highlighting no change from last year. Iceland retained the top spot globally, followed by Ireland and New Zealand. जीपीआई की जो रिपोर्ट आई है उसमें टॉप पर कौन है? आइसलैंड. Private capex likely to rise 21.5% to rupees 2.67 trillion in fiscal year 2026, RBI article. Capital investment by the private sector is likely to rise 21.5% to 20 rupees to 2.67 lakh crore in 2025-26, aided by robust macroeconomic fundamentals and 100 bps policy rate cut, according to an RBI article. Despite global uncertainties, Indian firms entered the 25-26 fiscal year with healthier balance sheets, higher cash buffer, improved profitability, and greater access to diversified funding sources, said the article. Private corporate investment growth in 2024-25 and outlook for 2025-26, published in the Reserve Bank of India's RBI August Bulletin. The continued policy push for infrastructure, sustained disinflation combined with lower interest rates, easy liquidity conditions, and rising capacity utilization is fostering an environment conducive to private investment, it said. Drawing on data related to the phasing of capital expenditure capex plans announced by private corporates, the article assesses their investment intentions and provides insights into the near-term outlook. Infrastructure sector continued to attract a major share of envisaged capital investment led by the power industry. The phasing profile of the pipeline projects, based on all channels of financing taken together, suggests that the envisaged capex is estimated at rupees 2,67,432 crore in 2025-26, has against rupees 2,20,132 crore in 2024-25, the article said. The article has been authored by Singha Yogendran, Shukti Kandakir, Rajesh P. Kavedia, and Aloke Ghosh, all from the RBI Department of Statistics and Information Management. IIC Google announced partnership to elevate women's cricket. IIC announced a landmark women's only global partnership with Google. The collaboration will lead to the World Cricket Governing Body leveraging Google's advancement technology and commitment to supporting women's sports, enhancing fan engagement, and increasing accessibility. The groundbreaking partnership comes at an exciting juncture in the women's game, with two major global events scheduled in the next 10 months: the ICC Women's Cricket World Cup 2025 in India and Sri Lanka, and the ICC Women's T20 World Cup 2026 in England and Wales. The alliance paves way for fueling further growth and visibility of women's cricket following the announcement of Unilever and as the ICC's first global women's partner earlier this year. Safe Microfinance raises $3 million through Poland X Women's Livelihood Bond 7. Save Microfinance Private Limited, a prominent microfinance institution under the Save Group, have successfully raised USD 3 million through non-convertible debentures from Impact Investment Exchange flagship Women's Livelihood Bond 7. The significant investment reinforces Safe Microfinance commitment to deepening financial inclusion for India's undeserved communities, with a distinct focus on empowering women from low-income households by expanding their access to affordable credit and sustainable livelihood opportunities. Women's Livelihood Bond 7 from part of 12 क्या ये globally recognized bond series focused on mobilizing private capital to drive gender equality and financial resilience across emerging markets, where a leader in impact investing since 2009 has channeled over $500 million into initiatives that foster sustainable development, gender equality, and climate action. The Women's Livelihood Bond series, supported by international stakeholders including IFC, has empowered hundreds of thousands of women. VWLB7 will continue this mission, directing resources to entrepreneurs, promoting financial literacy, and expanding responsible lending. L&T Finance partners with Google Pay to simplify digital personal loans. L&T Finance has cemented a strategic partnership with the Google Pay to expand access to digital personal loans for eligible users across the nation. This landmark collaboration follows a series of digital integrations by L&T Finance in fiscal year 2025, including successful alliance with fintech gains such as PhonePe, Grad, and Amazon Pay, and reinforces its robust product diversification and customer engagement strategy. The synergy combines L&T Finance's financial expertise with Google Pay's extensive reach and seamless user interface, creating an ecosystem where consumers can efficiently secure personal loans tailored to their unique needs. SBI AFD signed Euro 100 million line of credit to boost green financing in India. The country's biggest lender, State Bank of India, said it has signed a line of credit agreement of Euro 100 million with Agence Française de Développement (AFD) at its Gift City branch at Gandhinagar. The funds mobilized through this partnership will be utilized in climate mitigation action aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions to slow down global warming and climate adaptation. Measures designed to adjust system practices and infrastructure to minimize the damage caused by current or anticipated impacts of climate change. SBA said in a statement, by empowering these measures, this collaboration strives to further advance India's transition to a low carbon economy while enhancing resilience to climate related risks. It said. The partnership is a strategic step towards SBI's global SBI goal of achieving a green portfolio constituting 7.5 to 10% of its domestic gross advance by 2030, it's said. Additionally, it will also enable the bank to provide competitive financing solutions that would further strengthen India's green transition drive, it said. The collaboration allows SBI to leverage AFD's expertise in climate finance and align with global sustainability frameworks. India Post Payments Bank celebrates 8th Foundation Day (IPP Day). IPPB Day. India Post Payments Bank (IPPB) celebrated its 8th Foundation Day, known as IPPB Day, marking another milestone of transforming the banking landscape by delivering inclusive, accessible, and affordable services at the last mile. Since inception, IPPB has emerged as one of the largest financial inclusion initiatives globally, leveraging the unmatched reach of more than 1.64 lakh post offices and more than 1.90 lakh postmen and Grameen Dak Seva GDS. The bank has successfully onboarded over 12 crore customers, processed billions of digital transactions, and enabled doorstep banking services in rural, semi-urban, and remote regions. Recent innovations have further strengthened IPPB's portfolio. Ms. TCA Kalyani assumes charge as Controller General of Accounts (CGA). Ms. TCA Kalyani, a 1991 batch officer of the Indian Civil Accounts Services (ICAS), has assumed charge as the new Controller General of Accounts (CGA) in the Department of Expenditure, Ministry of Finance. She is the 29th officer to hold this prestigious position. Before assuming charge as CGA, Ms. Kalyani served as the Principal Chief Controller of Account (Principal CCA), Ministry of Home Affairs, where she oversaw the budgeting and accounting of one of the largest ministries of the Government of India. Union Minister Jyotiraditya M. Scindia launches AI-powered India Mobile Congress 2025 app with the theme "Innovate to Transform", a significant move to enhance IMC 2025 engagement and provide a seamless, intelligent experience for attendees. Honorable Union Minister for Communications and Development of North-East Region, Shri Jyotiraditya Scindia M. Scindia launched the AI-powered interactive mobile application for India Mobile Congress (IMC 2025) with the theme "Innovate to Transform". The ninth edition of IMC will be held October 8 to 11, 2025 at the Yashobhoomi Convention Centre, Dwarka, New Delhi. The IMC app IMC 2025 app brings a suite of next-generation features designed to streamline access and supercharge the participant journey. The app will allow the users to live stream sessions in real time, ensuring participants can engage from anywhere in the world. A standout innovation in this year's app is IMC Suggest, an AI-powered concierge
Concierge.
concierge that tailors recommendations based on user internet's interest, suggesting sessions, networking opportunities, and F&B zones to optimize engagement and comfort. NHAI signs agreement to implement India's first multi-lane free-flow (MLFF) tolling system in Gujarat to provide seamless and barrier-free tolling experience to national highway users. The Indian Highways Management Company Limited (IHMCL), a company promoted by NHAI, has signed an agreement with ICICI Bank to implement country's first comprehensive multi-lane free-flow (MLFF) tolling system at Chaurayasi Feel Plaza in Gujarat on NH-48. The landmark agreement was signed in presence of NHAI Chairman Shri Santosh Kumar Yadav and senior officials from NHAI, IHMCL, and ICICI Bank at NHAI headquarters in New Delhi. The signing of the contract agreement marks a major step towards barrier-free tolling, enabling seamless electronic toll connection through FASTag. Chaurayasi Fee Plaza in Gujarat will serve as the first barrier-free toll plaza in the country. In addition, an agreement was also signed with ICICI Bank for the implementation of MLFF at Guru at Gharonda Fee Plaza in Haryana on NH-44. NHAI is planning to roll out multi-lane free-flow (MLFF)-based tolling at around 25 national highways fee plazas during the current financial year. Ministry of Travel Affairs to launch the beta version of Adivani. In a landmark step towards inclusive travel empowerment and preservation of India's rich linguistic diversity, the Ministry of Travel Affairs, Government of India, is launching the beta version of Adivani, India's first AI-powered translator for travel languages, developed under the banner of Jan Jatya Gaurav Varsh. This pioneering initiative is set to transform the linguistic and educational landscape in tribal regions. Adivani is designed to bridge communication gaps between tribal and non-tribal communities while safeguarding endangered tribal languages using advanced artificial intelligence (AI). About Adivani. Adivani is an AI-based translation tool that serves as the foundation for a future large language model dedicated to tribal languages. The project combines advancement AI technologies with community-driven approaches to protect, promote, and revitalize tribal languages and cultures across India. India's linguistic landscape. India is home to 461 tribal languages spoken by scheduled tribes and 71 distinct tribal mother tongue. Census of India 2011. Among these, 81 languages are vulnerable and 42 are critically endangered. Many face the risk of extinction due to limited documentation and intergeneration transmission gaps. Developed by a national consortium of premier institutions led by IIT Delhi with BITS Planning, IIIT Hyderabad, and IIIT Nava Raipur in collaboration with Tribal Research Institutes TRI in Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, and Meghalaya. The project aims to International Day for People of African Descent, 31st August. In a transformative movement for global equality, the General Assembly adopted a new resolution in December 2024, launching the second International Decade for People of African Descent, running, running from January 1, 2025 to December 31, 2024. 2034, this decade embraced the theme "People of African Descent: Recognition, Justice and Development". On 31st August, the International Day for People of African Descent calls on us to honor the immense and diverse contributions of people of African descent to the rich fabric of our societies and to human progress as a whole। और इसी के साथ करंट अफेयर्स हो जाती है समाप्त।